If you've been following the channel, you know that about 6 months ago, I quit my job, left on a trip, moved out of the city that I was in, tried to make photography my full-time gig. I'm still on that journey. After quitting my job, I hit the road, or the rails, or my head, or whatever. As insane as this trip has been and was, it wasn't all fun and games. Mostly because I get too competitive and my wife doesn't enjoy my games. I guess hide and seek in a foreign country isn't really her thing. You know, I was on a mission to collect photos and overall just sharpen my photography skills. And collect photos I did. I shot over 35 rolls of film, probably 6,000 or 7,000 digital images, and hours of video footage that has turned into the channel you're watching right now. You can check out past videos here, but that brings me to now and what I am referring to as the aftermath. After returning from the trip and getting back into the United States, we set up in the Midwest to be closer to family for a little bit and plan our next move. I quickly got to work fighting off the Midwest frigid air the only way I know how. Pure West Coast ignorance. Never fails, except that it almost always fails. After spending the holidays knocking icicles off my mustache, I quickly established dominance throughout my new neighborhood and gained the title of quote-unquote weirdo outside with a camera. Eventually I got back to work on photos, culling, organizing, and sequencing all the shots I had taken to eventually hopefully make a book or some kind of zine of some sort, or eventually just burn them all in a ritualistic ceremony to bring back Anthony Bourdain. Sequencing was pretty difficult at first, until I started physically plastering them all over my bedroom wall. The hardest part of that was having to remove all my Justin Timberlake memorabilia.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Another big hurdle in all of this was that I only had digital images at this point. I had yet to get developed about 95% of the film rolls that I had taken over the course of these 3 months. In fact, the recording of this video, I'm still waiting on them to come back from the lab. So, currently mailing off 30 rolls of film to get developed. Memphis Film Lab in Cleveland, Ohio. Don't know why they're called Memphis, but that's what we're working with. It's a lot of money to send in the mail, and not even the money. It's like sending 30 of my kids to war, hoping they all come back. One of the projects I started since coming back from this trip is I started a photo print subscription service. Each month I write a letter, print out some photos, you join the service, I send them to you with a little bit of goodie bag. I was really kind of put down on the amount of AI and the abundance of screens in my life, and I just wanted a way to have an outlet that wasn't so dependent on someone staring at their phone, but they could still enjoy the things that I make and the art that I'm obsessed with. First month is only 80 cents. There's nothing. You can't even buy a candy bar for that. It's not to get rich or really even make money. It's just to get my art out there. After that, it's $8 a month. If you're interested, I'll link it down below and you just sign up for the Patreon. Easy as that. I even give you a stamp so that if you want to mail me back something, perfect. Let's be pen pals. No inappropriateness, but I will accept weird drawings of your dog, weird pictures of your dog, if you can fit your dog into an envelope. Yeah, check it out. After a few weeks of all work and no play, here's Johnny. I became a dull boy and needed to break the cabin fever. So we set out to go visit family on the other side of the wall up north. I honestly was just more interested to see if the North Pole was up to code with all their child labor laws. We stayed on Lake Superior, which sounds like the most arrogant of all the Great Lakes. Growing up in California, I associate lakes with summertime fun, and it seems here in the Midwest they just associate them with f***ing freezing. Like most cute towns in the middle of not much, this one was full of character. We went to a cafe that was decorated like an old hunting lodge. They even had a taxidermy dog or something that would watch you as you ate your scones, and a poster of Jack Kerouac that was signed. I tried to steal it, but the barista was really fast and bit really hard. One day we went around the lake and I photographed the icebergs bumping uglies with the shore. Winter is a pretty slow season for photography in general. In between planning personal projects and sending pitch ideas to anybody with an email address, I've been taking on small, odd photography jobs just to keep the lights on until Kodak decides to finally lower their film prices or give your boy a sponsorship. Hi, Tam. One of these small, odd photo jobs that I got was shooting an event a couple hours away where they were teaching teen girls to be leaders in their community. You know, not the most exciting job ever, but still interesting to just dip my toes into what it's like to be a photographer out here in the middle of nowhere. took a day trip to Detroit, and I was hoping to maybe squeeze in a little bit of street photography time, but the weather and everything here is so kind of gravy looking, just this gray-brown mix of yuck. We just ended up spending most of our time at the Institute of Art before making the drive home. You know, back at the end of summer, when I made this transition and jumped into this journey, I knew there'd be challenges for sure. Anything creative now, you're always fighting AI and big tech and the latest 19-year-old with a Leica fund or whatever. You know, I didn't make this change thinking that I would be handed a golden goose or get rich or photograph the Oscars or anything. Everything worth doing is gonna take some hard work and some sacrifice, two things that I'm very accustomed to doing. While I'm a long way from where I wanna be in my photography career, I'm a lot further than I would be if I never took those first steps. This is a journey, as is life and anything else you pursue, and I'm having a great time. And from talking to other photographers and putting myself out into this new world, it's the hardest part, is learning the business side. But it's slowly coming together, and I'm actually pretty proud on the progress and where it's headed. I just think if I'm so obsessed with this thing and want it so bad, can't go wrong, right? Nobody ever doesn't fulfill their dreams, right? I don't know, either way, I'm not at the top yet, but I'm really enjoying the journey. I hope you all follow along to see where it takes me and see if I fall or fly.